When you were a kid at school, what was your favorite class? Well, I know a lot of kids that answer recess, and here at Chenoweth Elementary School in the Dalles, if there was this wonderful play structure, that's where I'd be heading. Well, there is a new favorite for kids up at Parkdale Elementary, and when the bell rings for that class, they are clamoring for action.
Spread out, boys. You're going to get paint. Honey, you can get a piece. You can come get a piece of paper. Okay?
What do I do now? I'm done.
You're going to get a piece of watercolor paper.
The happy sounds of art class, which in the beginning sounds like pandemonium, but artist Sarah Starr took a few moments before class to organize paint supplies for the kids. She's also had her hand in this kind of medium for over 20 years, so when the class arrives, she has them working on their new favorite project within minutes.
Do you want to use a different paintbrush at all, or are you happy with that one?
I'm happy with this one.
Are you happy with that one? Great. I like the way the green in your background really complements your insect.
In this class, they are drawing bugs, and Sarah says she's been seeing the kids' creativity blossom. Are they being imaginative with the bugs?
They are. They are, totally. Just like kids, which is so great.
Are you seeing some bugs you've never heard of before?
I am. Absolutely.
Sarah Starr is one of a long roster of Columbia Gorge artists who are placed in the schools as part of Columbia Gorge Artists in Education. Through the nonprofit agency abbreviated as CGAIE, professional working artists spend time in the schools in what is called a residency. The residency typically takes place over a week, or in this case in Parkdale, it's part of their after-school program called Project PM. Erica Wrench is the Project PM coordinator for Parkdale and loves to bring art to the school.
For me personally, bringing creativity to children's lives not only helps them be better students, think more clearly, problem solve, but it really helps them just, I guess, think about how, what their talents are, the things that they like to do, how they can use their talents in many different ways. And so by exploring different art forms, different mediums, we get these children expressing themselves in many different ways. So it's a good self-esteem builder, too.
CGAIE artists teach a wide range of disciplines, from painting, pottery, basketry, printmaking, weaving, creative writing, African drumming, acting techniques, and even marimba. They add a level of expertise that the average teacher says they have a hard time achieving, and the kids feel lucky to have a real professional teach them the techniques. What's it been like to work with a professional artist here at school?
I think it's really cool, and I think the work that she does is really beautiful.
What has she taught you about art?
She's taught me like a lot of ways to make different kinds of bugs, and it's really, really exciting.
How about shapes and colors? You learned anything about that?
Yeah, it's been really fun.
Tell me about your bug.
Well, my bug is a ladybug beetle. It has like different designs because we got a choice to either make nonfiction or fiction, and I chose to make fiction because it's kind of like a fun experience for me.
I'd like to see a bug like that.
Me too.
My bug has a little blue in the side and a line in the middle and has black eyes and it has 6 legs.
That is a fascinating bug. Is it hard to paint a bug like that?
Yes.
What do you see art bringing to the lives of the children in Project PM and in Arts and Education?
Well, it brings so many things, but it's just really a crucial part of development. So to make that space for them, to allow them to express themselves where there's no right or wrong answer, they realize that they have a lot of choices in their life and they don't feel so boxed in.
Columbia Gorge Artists in Education is an Oregon-based program that offers artist residencies to K-12 schools of Hood River, Wasco, Sherman, Skamania, and Klickitat counties. The program is offered through grant funding, and they keep expanding the scope of their offerings. I was pleased to be added to the CGAIE roster last year teaching broadcasting. I worked with the kids out at Mid-Valley Elementary School, teaching them some basic interviewing techniques, how to handle a microphone, and we even put together a video presentation. Come to think of it, I think I learned about as much as they did.
Everyone really lets go when they're working with art materials, and you get reminded every time that you engage in the creative process, and especially with children, they really trust themselves, and it's just refreshing because there are so many times during the day, you know, when kids are sitting down and it's like, oh, I don't have the right answer. Well, they understand that they're allowed to explore their creativity.
The kids at Parkdale Elementary are proof that when you mix 33 kids, a little paint, a little paper, and professional guidance, you end up with some intangible results that are more than meets the eye.
I was recalling that Pablo Picasso said that he spent his whole life trying to get back to what he expressed as a child. So, it's sad that as adults we forget, but that's probably part of the journey as well, is remembering.
Well, is it fun to see these kids blossom when an artist's here? I bet they must really perk up, because to have somebody professional come in is interesting for them.
So you say that, and it's funny because last year and this year we've had, what's been your favorite part of Project PM? And the kids literally shout, art! And I love that.
So kids, what is your favorite part of Project PM?
And we'll be back in a moment to talk to Leif Gaines, Executive Director of Columbia Gorge Arts and Education, to find out about some of their upcoming projects and residencies when Making a Difference continues.